Good morning, students. Here is our chapter 3 of class 6th, Sam 1. It was Sunday. Rajul and his family members were helping each other clean the house. You must also be helping your family members when there is work to be done. After having his tea, grandfather called Rajul and said, "A family is a social institution which the child comes into contact with first. The child learns about society for the very first time from the family. Therefore, a family is called the school of culture and personality development. It is the smallest unit of a society. A family also teaches us that we are mutually dependent on each other. Each and every member of the family ought to help each other. Society is based on the principle of cooperation and it begins with the family." So here is, we have learned about the importance of family. Family is basic structure of the society. And first school also, and students or any person or any child learns from school in the beginning of his life. There is always a mutual impact made by the ideas and attitudes of family members. We learn etiquette and manners from the family. The ideology of a family helps in making decisions which may or may not be acceptable. The family and school are institutions which shape us into becoming better citizens and living a better life. When a child is born into a family, he is nourished by his parents. After some time, he establishes a relationship with the neighbors. Then he goes to school. As he grows, constantly imitates his elders till he becomes an adult. Meanwhile, he comes into contact with many social institutions which help to mold and develop his personality. If a child is given the opportunity to think and take decisions freely, he will become a good citizen. Later on, when we become an adult, he will think independently in the social and political spheres of life and work according to the understanding of such situations. So first child learns from family, then after he learns from neighborhood. If he is free to take his decisions, he can become good citizen. Rajul asked his grandfather, "Dadaji, should the duties performed by each person be for his family alone?" Rajul asked a question to his grandfather. We should do only duty to our family only? Dadaji said, "Not at all. You were born into our family and you will remain a member of this family. It is the duty of your mother and father to nourish and protect you. Similarly, your first duty is to respect your family, follow the customs and traditions, and observe all rules and regulations. Along with being a member of the family, you are also a student of your school towards which you have duties to perform. Maintaining good relationship with your co-students and having a healthy attitude towards school are some of them. Apart from this, a person who is born in India has duties to perform towards his village, taluka, district, nation and the world as a citizen. So first, this earth is world. In this world, our country or nation. In country, there is state. In state, there is district. There is taluka in district, and village in taluka, and family in village. So, if one is living in family, his village, taluka, district, state, country or nation, world, we all have relation with this, relations with various institutions. Complete the table given below. You can complete this table by on your own. After listening to everything, his Dadaji told him Rajul joined his mother in the cleaning of a cupboard where he found a card on one of the shelves. He said, "What is this, mummy?" The mother replied, "This is the voter ID card of your father. It has some information and his photograph on it. You come to know about the residential proof of the owner of the voter identity card too. The voter identity card must be with the person as a document for voting. In India, each and every citizen who is 18 years and above has the right to vote. The voter identity card is an authentic document of being a citizenship." So here is voter ID card. Here is symbol of India, Election Commission of India identity card. By this card you can go to cast vote. When you become 18 years old, every person in India can get voter ID card. This is election ID card. It is also called voter ID card. Election card, election ID card, voter ID card, both are same. Here is, you can see also in your family members voter ID card, your mother, father, your grandfather, etc. Here is, it is very useful for other means also. Here are address, date, etc. Let us discuss and write. You discuss this and read this. After seeing the voter identity card, Rajul was curious to know about the meaning of term citizen and citizenship. Now you also would be curious about know the word citizen and citizenship. He then asked his grandfather for an explanation of the same. His Dadaji told him in detail that the word citizen is frequently used in democracy and added that it is often used in politics, by the law, the constitution, and in the speeches of political leaders. He knew that Rajul would want to know more about the term citizen. Here you can see Rajul is very curious to know about the term citizen. What is citizen and what is citizenship? So here is, we can see the meaning. A person living in a village, city or a town is called a citizen. But this meaning is limited. You know, a person living in village, town or city, it is called citizen. But it is limited meaning. Broad meaning is that generally speaking, a person who legally belongs to a country and has right and protection of that country is a citizen of that country. Broadly, we can understand that if one person belongs to particular country, he or she is called the citizen of that country. To this meaning, we are citizens of India. We have citizenship of India, the country. An Indian citizen has a deep love for his country and takes pride in the fact that he is an Indian. He cooperates with other citizens and serves the nation, and in return, the government gives him right to enjoy. The Indian government takes care of the life and property of all non-resident Indians as well. An ideal citizen never causes harm to the country or nation. So here is term non-resident Indians. NRI. NRI means a person who are originally Indian but living abroad in other country for earning etc. So, and ideal citizen never causes harm. Always remember that we should serve our country and never harm our country. It is ideal citizen. Citizenship. Every person living in India is not a citizen. Every person living in India is not a citizen. Out of these people, most are Indians and some are foreigners also. Many people come to India from other countries and stay for some time, i.e., temporary stay. They do not have the right to vote, participate as a candidate in elections, hold government posts, or enjoy other rights. Therefore, they are not called Indian citizens. So, first thing, all Indians all people who live in India are not Indian citizens. Some are foreigners also. They don't have right to vote, to take participation in politics, to get government job, etc. They are citizens of their own countries. People from Europe, USA, Russia, Japan, etc. come to India to study, to visit, or to work in various industrial sectors. Ambassadors of different countries stay in India but are not Indian citizens. Ambassador is a person of representation of another country's government. So, ambassador also stays here in India, but he or she is not citizen of India. They are citizen of their own country. So all the foreigners are citizen of their own country. They are not Indians. Though they are living in India, earning in India, but they are on visas. And ambassador is government's representative, any other country's representative. As Russian representative lives in Delhi, it is called ambassador. So, here you. Citizenship means to stay permanently in a country to enjoy the rights given by a state and to perform the duties entrusted to a person. A person gets or loses a citizenship according to rules prescribed in the Constitution of India. According to the Constitution, single citizenship is given by the Union government to all citizens of India. Citizens may belong to Gujarat or Maharashtra, but he is not entitled to get dual citizenship of the state and the Union. He gets only one citizenship, and that is the citizenship of India. So here you can understand that India has not dual citizenship. That person gets state citizenship and country's national citizenship. No, India has only one citizenship, and this is Indian citizenship. Though people or person lives in Kerala, Tamil Nadu, Gujarat, Haryana, wherever he lives, only one citizenship, he is Indian, and he or she has the Indian citizenship. How to get an Indian citizenship? Here is the way to get Indian citizenship. There are 4 ways of getting an Indian citizenship. There are 4 ways. 1, by birth. If person birth was here in India, he is citizen of India. B, 2. By law. 3. By registration. And 4. By being a resident for a definite time period. So first, birth. All we have born here, so we are Indians. By law, you can one can become Indian citizen. Third, by registration. Fourth, for living certain time of period, like 7 years or 8 years, etc. A person who is born in India gets Indian citizenship automatically. A child who is born in a foreign country but has Indian parents has the right to Indian citizenship. If child born in foreign but his parents are Indian, he is Indian. For example, Sri Sheikh and his wife are both Indians and are staying in the US. Nadim, their son, is born. Sri Sheikh registers the name of Nadim in the office of the Indian ambassador. Thus, Nadim gets the citizenship of two countries, US and India. However, when Nadim becomes an adult, he has the citizenship of any one country of his choice. It is called adult. Adult means 18 years old. When Nadim born in the US, he gets two countries citizenship. But when he becomes adult, he has to choose one country's citizenship. And here, being born to Indian parents is a very natural way of acquiring Indian citizenship. Even foreigners can acquire Indian citizenship by applying to the government of India after a very long stay. However, there are some conditions. 1. To surrender the citizenship of the foreign country at the time of application. 2. He should be resident of India for more than 5 years. If foreigner or foreign person registers in India for citizenship and lives for 5 years, he or she becomes Indian. 3. The intention of the applicant must be one of permanent residence. However, if a foreigner marries an Indian citizen, she then becomes an Indian citizen. If foreigner marries to Indian, he or she becomes Indian citizen. Now, this is the last portion of our chapter. If an Indian citizen commits the serious crime of betrayal, then he loses the citizenship of India. So, Rajul said, Dadaji, I have got a lot of information about citizen and citizenship from you, which I will pass on to all the friends. So here, our chapter citizenship ends. Goodbye. You read and listen carefully.